Lecture topic: Hajj, the lesson of submission.
These are the days of Hajj, the days where we are constantly in the reminder of Ibrahim Alaihis Salaam. The biggest lesson that we get out of his life is the lesson of total submission. Complete submission to Allah Ta'ala. No question in our mind and heart, but why this or why that? Whatever Allah Ta'ala's decree, raza bil qada. To be happy with the decree of Allah Ta'ala. Being happy with the decree of Allah Ta'ala does not mean that one will not experience any pain or feel any grief or feel any other difficulty or hardship. But being happy with the decree of Allah Ta'ala is that there is no objection against anything that Allah Ta'ala has done and decreed for us from the depth of our heart. With this in mind, that Allah Ta'ala is Hakim and Allah is Hakim. Allah is Hakim, He is the supreme controller. Everything belongs to Him and He has complete authority over everything. And nobody has any authority whatsoever to question Allah Ta'ala about anything. Allah is the creator after all. Everything belongs to Him alone. When everything belongs to Allah alone, so there's no questions that can be posed to Allah Ta'ala. La yus'alu amma yaf'alu wa hum yus'alun. Allah will not be questioned about what He has done, but the creation will be questioned. So therefore Ibrahim Alaihis Salaam was commanded to slaughter his son. He didn't have any question about it. That what's the logic in this, or what's the benefit in it, or any question of any sort. There was no question. Unquestioningly he submitted to Allah Ta'ala. So one is Allah Ta'ala is Hakim, so therefore Allah has full authority. And Allah is Hakim. A mu'min has full conviction and yaqeen that whatever Allah has done is full of Allah's wisdom. And we will never fathom that wisdom. That wisdom is infinite, is limitless. And our intelligence is very, very limited. So where is the infinite wisdom going to be encompassed in this limited intelligence? Person wants to try and put the ocean, but he's insisting on putting it into a teacup. So where's it going to happen? So what's required? What's required is not to get into that which is not our department, not our responsibility, to try and fathom the wisdom, try and fathom what is the reason. Our responsibility is to know what is the command and to wholeheartedly submit to Allah Ta'ala. So this is the biggest lesson we get from the life of Ibrahim Alaihis Salaam, together with the numerous other lessons, the lesson of total submission. And insan is insan. We have all the emotions that insan have, but we don't allow the emotions to overcome what is required from Allah Ta'ala, what we need to do in order to present this submission to Allah Ta'ala. So the emotions, the intelligence must be on top of the emotion, and the command of Allah Ta'ala must be on top of the intelligence. Intelligence also has a limit. So the emotions don't have any direction. If the emotions are left uncontrolled, then it will create a lot of difficulty and problem for a person. So therefore he has to have his intelligence on top of the emotion, so that the emotion can be controlled and can be limited within its limits. But the mind and the intelligence also is very limited. It has a very, very small limit within which it can function. So that limit, though it might seem very vast, but it's very limited. So therefore, on top of that intelligence and mind, we have to have the command of Allah Ta'ala and the wahi. Wahi, that has no limit, that has come from Allah Ta'ala. So whatever Allah has given, that will encompass everything that our mind can think about and can't think about as well. Allah Ta'ala give us a tawfiq.
अल्लाह अल्लाह कैसा प्यारा नाम है, आशिकों का मीना और जाम है।